Guys, we're back. It's another thrilling episode of our show. So I was just talking. A lot of people are into VR chat, which is obviously what it is. It's just like chat rooms, except you're an avatar and you walk around and you do whatever. I think people use it for sex. I think it's one of those sex games. Not for me. I don't really like sexual things. It's not my cup of tea. This game is really just like... Actually, all of VR is like anxiety simulator for me, because I think you're going to run into everything. You're not that close to anything, but I keep thinking like he's going to destroy all of my possessions. I really got to make like a designated VR zone. Woohoo! See, this is the best. But no, I just can't get into. Oh boy. I just can't get into this fucking... People just want to use it for, like... I think that's the reason this VR stuff's been selling so much, because people love VR chat, which is really kind of, I guess I'm not mad about it. I appreciate anyone who's an early adopter of this stuff, just because... Do you have a lighter for it?
I don't think so.
You might be able to shoot it.
How the hell do I do this? How do I do this again?
Do what? Hold with your left hand when you do it. Oh boy, it's fucking loaded. So it does naturally time out. So yeah, don't grip with your left hand. Trigger with your left hand.
Oh, I might be out of ammo. Shit.
Use your machete on him.
Ah.
That's still pretty good.
That's hard though. That's hard only without the rapid reload. That's really difficult.
Yeah. All right, do something else good, or keep doing it. Whatever you want to do. So you can increase your health. There's all sorts of different options there. You can probably decrease your health too, but you can always do the
armored human just to have a little more.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how long you last though.
Classic PUBG pan.
What mode is this? Are you the same Desperado?
No, this is World War II.
Okay. We've been getting all sorts of World War II guns. But it is cool that they have different modes here. Really loves this gun. See, once you kind of get the idea of how, like, the things operate, dude, like, just imagine trying to play this fucking thing, not knowing... You're a little close to TV. Take a step back. Not knowing you could fucking get infinite ammo. I was playing, like, so stressed the first night. I didn't even know about the first night. So, like, the whole day I was playing, like, you only get such limited ammo. But it's honestly, you know, it's...
I'm about to show these Nazi hot dogs a thing or two.
Wouldn't they be Frankfurters? Sorry, everybody. I'm just going to see myself out. No, but honestly, like, I keep saying it. I keep bugging my girlfriend about it. I'm just like... I'm going to buy that fucking wireless adapter, because that's the big problem here, right? The only thing you're feeling is that wire all the time. Like, the headphones, whatever, they make a strap for that, but, like, imagine not having that goddamn wire. There's, like, a third-party version of it right now, but I gotta imagine that the real one's going to be better. I don't know.
I'm only at 4,000. Yeah? Thought I put myself on, like, super armor mode.
So, oh, wait. The other version's a little bit higher than that. Because the other one's 40,000, so I don't know. Maybe I accidentally picked the wrong one. Because I think you start off as, like, pretty armored. But no, it's all good. Yeah, so really the big thing about this game is trying to not lose your composure when things get bad. Because basically... Ooh... once you start panicking and not have your shit reloaded, it's just bad news. VR duels would be kick-ass though. Well, now that you mentioned F2000s, I really am sad it's not there. So it's probably like a pistol too. No, you're right. It's like that. So you saw my big thing was always trying to reload without it having to actually slide it like that. Anyway. But this is for sure the best VR experience I've had. There's few things about this game that are complete garbage. Like Skyrim, you play it and you're like, wow, this menu system sucks. Fallout VR is like shockingly bad. But this like feels like it is made for VR, so it is kind of nice that way. The wrist menu is god awful and terrible, but not everything can be perfect. I get it. Also, sorry about canceling last stream, folks. We had crazy thunderstorms here. We've actually been having terrible weather this year.
Yeah, it's been pretty nuts.
Like the summer's been unusually rainy. It's a little bit of a concern because I actually go on vacation, guys, in the next few days. Actually, we're probably 9 days from now, which is going to be sick as hell. The problem is I have to decide on what my summer game's going to be, which, whew, I don't know if it was last year, but it might have been 2 years ago that it was Final Fantasy X, and I greatly enjoyed that. Whew, accidentally threw your gun. Careful of that. It's panicking. So that is the mantle, in case you're wondering. That's what you're up against. No, that was the fun part for me because I was like behind a pillar one time and I was actually like crouched up against it. So it kind of felt like you're the real thing. But anyway, no, it probably will be time for a Game Boy Advanced game or what do you got there?
Auto 5.
That'll do what you want. Or like a Super Nintendo game, because I don't know if I'm going to try to bring a whole laptop or a whole system like I normally do. And I got this Note 8, and this Note 8 emulates shit real good. So I'm just sitting there, I'm like, well, let's just fucking go for that.
All right, we got to get Hotdog Hitler's super weapon before he takes over the whole world.
I wonder if there's a baseball bat in this game. Someone was saying I should do a dinner bell run in this. Yeah, that would be super fun and super easy to do. There is an 870, but it's unfortunately like a modern one with it has like a modified, like a different stock. Just you're gonna one hand in auto 5. Who do you think you are? There you go.
Just like shooting ducks back home.
The real key is there's different types of shotgun ammunition. So occasionally you'll find just pure shit, like how I found that fucking fireworks ammunition. But yeah, I forget what green is. Green's good. Zoosh.
Ah.
I don't want to be on the bag. No, again, you can get down on your knee and actually be like down behind these bags, which is kick-ass. See, it's fucking sick. Oh god. Nerves are setting in. Oh, they got you.
Son of a bitch.
So, I actually heard someone saying that they do, like, because I always read about Vive shit at work because, like, you always want to buy gifts for your gift, and people are like, so Ghost makes you invisible. It also makes you talk about His Majesty and how all beauty lies within the old one. But someone was saying that I was briefly mentioning somebody makes like a 3D printed stock to actually mount both your controllers on for two-handing stuff, which is cool. But there's also someone was like, just buy a knee pad. And I was like, huh? Like,
what? Oh, this fucking crazy shorty barrel.
I don't know about that. Tom, do you have any work stories about a customer being incredibly petty?
I do. Fuck this guy.
So, I don't know if anyone on the show knows about it yet. Your new job change, your new career change. Did you mention it yet? This is a weird like paratrooper version. So D-Mark's recently changed careers.
Oh, this is like a Liberator version, I think.
I'm okay with that. He got into the same business I did, which is the incredible world of car sales. Which, oh, what a world it is. But anyway, wow, thank you for those bits. Honestly, our income, because we're not doing Roulette Riot, has gone down significantly. So we got to figure out some new way to get people to donate bits. Because is he into web development now? No. I wish I was into web development. I was actually, because I was bored at work, I was actually teaching myself a little bit of, woohoo! I was teaching myself a little bit of JavaScript. I'm trying to learn how to code a little bit, because I think that would be a pretty useful skill in the coming months. If anyone has any good resources for that, that'd be super cool. There's like, I don't know if it's Swedish or Finnish or something, but there's some like college that actually gives out their like full lessons, which is pretty cool. But it's just one of those things. Anyway, so that's what I do at work when I'm bored. Because we have a lot of off time at work. I mean, that is how the job works. So I was like actually just taking lessons and trying to do as much research as I could there. But because I'd like to make a game at some point, like a phone game maybe. Because I think you can probably make something pretty fun. It seems like people just throw money at that shit. Anyway, so
Small team.
Small team, just me. Do you need a second shotgun?
This is my only shotgun.
Oh yeah, you died. That's a shame.
Yeah, so I got this trench gun now.
The absolute best way to build something. Courses only get you started. Building something is what really does it. Here's what. I know it sounds dumb. I bet you there's a game for learning JavaScript that is basically like just like programming it or like learning that way. And that's what I really need to find like a resource of. Because just I can read about it and I can kind of do it. But like if you just tell somebody, okay, go write a book, but they don't know what English is yet, that's tough. You know what I mean? So it's something that I have to like, I wouldn't even know the first part of, because it's funny because I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, how does this script turn into a game? You know what I mean? I'm just like, I understand that this does this, but when does that become this little anime girl doing a dance, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What it is basically you're having a picture and it's a sprite that moves when you do certain things. I get that. But like, I know then you have to put into a certain engine, which I really don't know much about. But I'm learning. That's the whole point. A sun's clicker, honestly, I would love to make a clicker because it's just free money. You actually have to hold the sides too. Actually, you can, wow!
Ah.
You have to let go of the gun to do it.
No, Gunny.
Now you're really goofed up. You're still holding it? There you go. All right, perfect. What? Coursera's free college classes. Yeah. Those websites built off JavaScript. Really? Yeah, I know it's one of those things, but it's like, I know it's stupid, but sometimes your brain, like my brain, for instance, I'm beginning to worry I have some kind of learning disability because it feels like sometimes I'll think about things and either deliberately or subconsciously, my brain has like blocked the steps it takes to get there. Because like, you're like, oh, this is that. And I'm like, okay, but there's no way this can get to that because my brain doesn't work that way. Like it doesn't, like, I'm just like, I know this works, but I know there are steps missing and I don't know what they could possibly be. Whew. You're fucking really hunting now. Whew. You know I love this pump action shit. Because I'm just like, okay, I know that the website's made with it, right? And games are made with it. How can it do both? About those petty customers, sorry. I'm sure I've had petty customers. For the most part, I'm the one who's petty. It is with real life how it is in my business life, guys. Because there's not really a situation for me where they've tried to mess with me too much. Like, I've had people who have screwed me over on surveys, which really fucks you up in new cars. I've had people who... Actually, I've never had anyone who tried to screw me over with my managers or anything like that, because I normally do a pretty good job. And normally I'm pretty communicative. I never fuck people over. Nowadays, this new place I work has kind of... there's some shit that's a little bit crappier about the place I work now, because they have actually like, as-is cars, which means if you buy it and shit goes wrong, fuck you. And it basically has happened before where I sold something and then it was bad. And the dude's like, well, I don't want it anymore. I have to go, hey, listen, pal, I mean, you bought a car that you can't return. I'm sorry. Which I feel bad about it. It's not my thing, but it's not pettiness, but they get upset. But that's the only time people are even upset with me. You said you had someone be petty with you recently.
I just had this real asshole. He's actually, it's for a car I'm actually working on delivering right now. Well,
You're late for your delivery then.
What?
You're late for your delivery then.
Well, no, not right now.
Not right now. But what's happening? He's being a jerk?
Yeah, he's like making this big deal about this rust, and like,
Oh, Rust. Rust can never fuck off.
it's on a fucking like 7-year-old car, and I'm like, dude,
Tell him not to buy it. Listen, I respect. Woohoo! This guy means business. You got a twofer there, I think. So, when you sell used cars, folks, whoo!
ah,
You definitely don't want to throw it at him. That's fucking nice. When you sell used cars, folks, you'll have people come in who think that for some reason a 7-year-old car means a 7-year-old car that's new.
yeah, okay. So this guy, he's fucking like, yeah, I'm buying this gun for my daughter, and I'm like, great.
He means car, not gun.
I'm buying this gun for my daughter. I'm like, cool.
Cool. Doing a little practice?
No, it does the slam fire.
Oh, sweet.
Here, check this shit out.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
Shit, I think they're onto me.
The hot dogs are on to me. So he's just mad about Russ. He's buying it for his daughter.
Okay, so he's like, I can't ever get the first pump right. It says it's already ready to go.
Yeah. Usually if it's primed, it's already good. Make sure your other gun's loaded too.
Should be.
You do your own thing. So you have to be able to tell a story and play the game. That's the rule.
All right, so so this guy, he's buying this car for his daughter, and he's like, "There's some rust on the wheel over here," and I'm looking at him like, "Oh, yeah, I see this rust. Are you kidding me?"
Wow, this guy hit you good. Man, you're hitting him when it's time. Whew! They're mean. They're real mean to you.
Ah, kneeling is the worst.
Eat your hot dog.
Oh, I'm not gonna die.
Oh, did you take super health?
Excuse me, 1 second. I'll be with you. Apologies for the wait. Yeah, so he's buying this car for his daughter.
Whoa! Oh, fuck. Hammer don't hurt him. So far, we know that he's buying a car for his daughter. We really know that.
Hang on. Guys, hold on a second. Guys.
Boy, you must have taken a lot of health.
Oh, pulse back. There we go.
Okay, you took a lot of health.
Listen, I'm here for the power fantasy. I'm not here to play games.
I understand. That's basically the second run I did. Zemnies is asking, who is he buying the car for?
So he's buying the car for his daughter.
Right.
And he goes in, and he takes a test drive, and he's like, okay, car seems good. And I'm like, great, yeah, it's actually pretty nice for a... Ah. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty nice for a 7-year-old car. Your daughter's going to love it, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera.
Wow, real salesman shit. She likes it, I bet. Mister! I'm just
I do all the rapport shit, you know.
I like your haircut.
Trying to make him my friend.
Right.
And, like...
Did you let him touch you down there?
So I'm trying to, like, do all this support shit, and
That's
then,
a
like,
yes,
and they're
guys.
like, they come up with the test drive, and they're like, there's a little rust here on the interior wheel well. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, I see that.
There sure
I'll
is.
see what we can do for you. You know, no promises. That's what I've been told. Nope. Oh, sorry, I dropped my gun.
Blowing his head off. Yeah, no promises ever. That's
Yeah, no promises.
that's the Tom C school of success.
So I'm like, cool. You know, whatever. We're gonna. He puts the deposit down. Everything's great. He calls me back.
Woo!
He calls me back the next day, and he's like, yeah, you know, we're really concerned about this rust, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. I don't think we're going to pay full price if the rust is still there. And I'm like,
Yeah, of
I go
course.
up to my GM, and I'm like,
Ooh. Woohoo!
this guy's being an asshole. What should I do? And he's like, just send it through. We'll take care of it, whatever.
Yeah.
And we're like, cool, all right. I called him back, and I'm like, hey, great news. We got this rust taken care of. Our body shop's looking into it. It's going to be great. Can't wait for you to buy this fucking car.
I can't wait for you to pay full price.
And he's like, what'd you do to it? And I'm like, what do you mean what we do? We took care of it. And he's like, well, what'd you do to it? I'm like, I'm not 100% sure. I don't work over in detail. I can find out. And he's like, yeah, find out and call me back.
I'll see you, Zom News. It was nice seeing you. See ya.
And I'm like, okay, sure. So I call down to our body shop.
Sure.
And I'm talking to the guy, and I'm like, all right, what the fuck do we do with rust? This guy wants to know. And he's like, yeah, we grind it down to the metal. We put some body filler in there, and then we treat it with a special acid that is supposed to inhibit rust. I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you very much. You've been very helpful. And he's like, yeah, no problem. So I tell him that, and he's like, okay, what kind of body filler do you use? I'm like, I do not know. Again, I don't work in detail. I can find out for you if you'd really like. He's like, yeah, get back to me. And I'm like, all right. So I call down to the body shop again, and I'm like, what the fuck do we use as body filler? He's like, I don't know, because we actually use a... He's like, I don't know. We actually use a third party for that. So he's here. I guess I could find out for you. And I'm like, it's not too much fucking trouble.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, yeah. So he calls me back like 10 minutes later, and he's like, we use this thing. It's like top of the line. You know, the guy, like, that's what we use.
This is why orators don't talk usually during gunfights. That's a strong hot dog. There you go. Strong head on that guy.
So cool. I call him back. He calls me back. He's like, hey, you know, we use this thing called Rage Ultra. It's really great. I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like,
it's really great.
Now he's telling me about it. He's like, this is top of the line stuff. It's like very new. You know, it comes very highly recommended. I'm like, cool, thank you. That should be all I need to know. And the guy in the body shop just like, this guy sounds like a real asshole. And I'm like, yeah, a little bit. Oh shit. Hang on.
You two, hang on.
I'm trying to tell a story. Do you not appreciate the fine art of raconteuring?
I'm an orator.
He's still shooting me. Oh.
Wow, that's like a one shot.
Oh, now I'm invisible.
Sweet.
So yeah, so I'm like, yeah, we use this thing. And he's like, all right, I'll do some research and get back to you. And I'm like, what do you mean you'll do some research and get back to me? What the fuck?
Don't even get back to me.
I was like, what does that even mean? Shh.
I don't think it lasts forever, so I'm not sure if it... Well, it worked for that.
And I just got hit in the ear with a bug. Shit. So yeah, so...
I think you can actually two-hand this gun, too, if you want.
Do you mind?
It's so rude.
Hey guys!
Wow.
Guys, I appreciate what you're doing, but like, for real.
Honestly...
That guy just gave up.
They deserved it. They all deserved it. So he's gonna get back to you.
So he's like, yeah, okay, I'll get back to you. And I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. So he calls me yesterday. Because this is on Wednesday when I came in to like handle like one small thing on my day off.
Right.
So he like calls me, tells me all this shit. So I get it already. I got it down to detail and everything because like I'm expecting this guy to take delivery. And the guy calls me. He's like, yeah, we've been doing a lot of research online, and these escapes really have a rust problem.
Yeah, it's a Ford, you fucking idiot.
I'm not sure how comfortable we are with it. And I'm like, okay. We did literally the exact thing that you wanted us to do. Took care of the rust, like, to the best of our ability.
Had he put a deposit on at that point?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then he's a fucking idiot.
Wait. Oh, I was like, why'd you give me 2 of these? Right.
Is it the same gun?
No, it's not. I was misremembering. So we go through this back and forth, and eventually he fucking calls the owner of our entire fucking
Wow.
dealership chain.
What a douche.
Because apparently he, like, knows him or some shit.
That's always the way.
But the guy's like, our owner is basically like, yeah, whatever, just give him full price, business as usual. And so we're
Yeah, I mean, that's the truth of it.
and we're like, okay, cool, whatever. So, but like, he has us like, oh, these are right next to each other. That's weird.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
But he's like, yeah, just make sure, like I want you to inspect it to make sure it's like, are you kidding me? I'm trying to tell a story.
Why is this? Whoa!
Hey. Hey. Hey.
This is the dance we do.
Why is this not? Oh, yeah. Wait, nope. Hang on.
Okay.
Like, there's a safety? Is there safety on
Yeah.
this?
Oh!
There we go. Now we got there.
Oh!
I'm trying to talk with my friends.
Everyone's got to hear the story.
That guy's got a strong head.
Now, this game makes you really appreciate semi-automatic shotguns. Which I guess real life would make you appreciate them, now I think about it. You could have done the classic one in the chamber there.
I think I still can. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could have loaded it from
Oh.
the actual side. Which is neat. Which is neat.
So yeah. So long story short,
Yeah, you
this
can
guy's
hop
a real
up the- yeah.
jerkwad. He's gonna take delivery tomorrow, whether he likes it or fucking not.
See, now you're talking like me.
I mean, most of the people I've had are like very nice. Like even this one guy, like we like did a dealer trade for a car that he was looking for, and it like he
You've
wanted
been
like
doing some
certain-
advanced shit. You're a little close to TV.
he like wanted some shit that like he didn't mention at all, that he like kind of assumed the car had.
Right, that'll happen.
No, and he's like, okay, I don't want it like this, but like he was still nice about it. He's like, it was just a misunderstanding. I was like, I don't want you to feel like I'm trying to rip you off. And he's like, no, I don't feel that. You've been very nice and everything. Because pro tip, like I was saying before, customers fucking love me.
It's because you're new. Everyone loves new people. I mean, I'm sure you're good, too. Well, I don't know, you're good, but I'm sure you are...
Oh, hang on.
I don't know if you can actually do that.
Oh, you bitch your ass, I can. I'll move back a little bit.
How funny is that? Oh, God. I never thought to do that.
Because you have no imagination.
It's kind of true. Yeah, you've been doing some advanced stuff. You already did dealer trades and stuff. I mean, that's not even a bad situation because you can always just be like, hey, okay, well, we're going to keep this one in our inventory and just get another one.
No, yeah, and that's what I told him. And I was like, you know, I'm sorry, I feel bad about the misunderstanding. He's like, no, it's fine, happens. He's like, I'm going to come in tomorrow, you know, see what you can find for me, and then we'll go from there. And I'm like, cool. All right, that's totally reasonable. Thank you for being not an asshole about this. But this other guy, oh, boy.
See, you're also in kind of a... Whew, the lucky thing is you're in a good area.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, my area, there's a lot of people who are ex-New Yorkers. So imagine people who... They're so irritating.
What?
Whoa! Even people in New York don't like them. So they're always really aggressive and like really like this or that.
We won.
Yeah. This might actually be the end of the episode.
Yeah, that's cool. We can do something else. I think I'm.
You think you're good on it?
Yeah, I think I could do something else.
Sure. Well, either way, we'll do something else in the next episode, guys.
Wait, hold on. Oh no, this is the same gun. All right, bye guys.
See you guys.